Good morning everyone, welcome to another exam season. These are starting to get a bit repetitive now. This is my April 2021, September 2021, April 2022, September 2022, April 2023, September 2023. We're on to my 6th IFoA exam season today. The time has come to face CP1 again. This is the exam that I failed last sitting. Was very upset. It probably is my least favourite exam so far, and that totally has nothing to do with the fact that I failed it first time round. Honestly, it's just such a broad subject. They expect me to know things about pensions and life insurance and investments. Ask me about some motor insurance policies and I'm sure I'll do fine, but as soon as you start talking to me about defined contribution, defined benefit schemes, goes a bit over the head. I've been cramming quite a lot in the last few days. 5 minutes until the exam starts, so I'm gonna talk quickly. I need to make a sign. I just made a sign. It's not pretty, but it's gonna do. And I'm gonna stick it to my door because I have ordered things online. I just feel like things are gonna be delivered while I'm sitting the exam, and I'm not leaving my desk to go to the door, but they will look right through the door at me and think, why is she not coming to the door? Here's their answer. There we go. No disturbances, please. To the desk. I'm trying to distract myself by vlogging here, but honestly I feel the most nervous I've ever felt since university exams, probably. You can't take these results to heart, but I just hold myself to such a high standard and I'd be really upset to fail again, so I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself today and tomorrow. But honestly the strategy is just to stick to my time plan, think fast, word vomit on the page. Every single point I can think of, nothing stays in the head, everything gets down on the page, because when I've been doing past papers I've thought of good points, then thought probably doesn't count, and then it's actually on the mark scheme. So that's not happening to me today. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I've got 2 minutes until the exam starts and I want to be in the zone to click and go. 3 hours 20 minutes. See you after. And while I'm sitting my exam, I wanted to say that I am so excited to partner with Skillshare on this video. Skillshare is an online learning community. I started using Skillshare back when I was a student at university. There are classes on such a wide variety of topics, from beginner to professional level. For example, I've previously taken classes on video editing, interior design, coding, and even how to make the perfect toasty. And in particular today, I wanted to highlight the creative career focused classes on Skillshare. Obviously, I have my social media, my YouTube channels as my side hustle, and if you fancy starting a side hustle or leveling up in your creative career, you should consider taking one of Skillshare's classes in freelancing, entrepreneurship, social media, marketing. For me right now, I am keen to try one of the classes on AI soon. It's an area that we're all scrambling to keep up with. And the class I've picked out is called How to Use AI to Organize Your Life by Sina Port. Anyway, if you fancy doing some online learning yourself, the first 500 people to click my Skillshare link in the description will get access to one of Skillshare's best offers. 30 days free and 40% off your first full year of Skillshare membership. Thank you Skillshare for sponsoring this video, and now let's find out how I got on with my exam. Hi! Oh my goodness, exams are so stressful everyone. It is 12:21. I have just submitted. I ran out of time, which isn't great. Oh my god, I wrote 4,283 words. That makes me feel better. I only wrote 3,200 and something words, I think, last sitting for paper 1. And I failed because I didn't hit enough points. So this bodes well, unless what I was writing was a load of nonsense. Off to the shops to get some food because it really has reached a desperate situation. I was eating spaghetti hoops for my lunch yesterday. It was giving me university throwback. I don't like it. I'm an adult who can feed herself properly with proper nutrition these days. So yeah, I can go find some food. Actually, the other funny story of yesterday was my fridge was making really weird clicking noises. Convinced myself it was a mouse in my kitchen for a while. They're my worst fear. So I was honestly paralysed with fear for a short period of time before realising it's actually my fridge playing up, and it's doing dodgy things right now. So I'm just hoping that any food I buy actually keeps, but yeah. some pasta for lunch. I'm gonna start doing some prep for paper 2 now. Paper 2 is the same length, it's 3 hours 20 minutes, but it's a lot more application based. You get 2 very long questions rather than 8 shorter questions. And there's less book work, which I actually like, because I feel like other candidates will know the book work better than me, but I might be able to apply stuff better than them. I don't know. Basically what I'm saying is I'm only halfway through, so we can't relax yet because we've got the other 50% of this exam to sit. As I said earlier, I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself for this exam. It's like having one fail has just given me that kick up the arse to actually care a lot more about passing. I don't take passes for granted. I think I understand the amount of work that needs to go into these exams to actually get through them. And the chances of me failing are actually very real each time, so I need to really focus if I'm serious about getting through these exams. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've actually changed up my strategy since I took this paper for the first time. I used to use these printed chapter summaries, and I've annotated them all. You might be able to see some highlighting and annotating there. And then I would flick through to the page I needed mid-exam. But I've realised this is too slow. I can't be wasting time flicking through pages. So now I've got everything on the computer. I'm now creating summary docs on there so I can quickly control search for topics when I need to. Peeps, I'm now in my kitchen. I'm about to put my dinner on. I'm starting to feel a little bit defeatist with this exam. I'm just really struggling to hit on points that they say in the mark scheme in past papers. I've seen people describe it online as a test of mind reading, this exam, and I know it's just all of us bitter people who have failed it, but also it is literally mind reading, some of this. I'm coming up with perfectly reasonable answers and they're getting no credit because they're not on the mark scheme. I know that it's a test of figuring out what are the more material or significant points to say. I get that to an extent, but yeah, it's my least favourite exam so far because of this whole mind reading aspect that I'm quite relieved other people feel too, because that is the main comment I have seen online about this exam, so it's not just me saying this. Anyway, dinner time. Cooking some chicken. To be specific, Nando's chicken. I basically accidentally ordered these Nando's peri peri rubs a few months ago because I thought they were the Nando's bag packs, which come with like a paper oven cooking bag and then you put the rub in it, but it's actually just the rub and not the bag. So I had to improvise, and I've ordered some roasting bags. This says for chicken 20 mins per 500 grams, and I've got 400 grams, so it should only take about 20 minutes. I know I can't be defeatist because I've actually got an okay chance of passing this. I wasn't far off last time. Even if I do a similar job to what I did last time, I might be on the boundary of passing. But I'm just so aware how easy it would be for me to fail this. Like, I've got no idea how to judge how the exam went this morning. Here we go, the beautiful dinner. Broccoli, chips and Nando's chicken. A couple of dressings. This is Aldi's own peri peri lemon and herb dressing. I actually recommend, quite like it. And the revision. I'm gonna eat and read stuff and make notes, I think. It's 8:30 and I'm probably gonna stay up until midnight-ish revising. So I've got 3.5 hours to cram my heart out, and after that I've done what I can. Up Update, it's 11:20 and I'm hitting a wall, to be honest with you. Like, I'm just looking through my attempts last sitting just to remind myself exactly where I went wrong so I don't do it again, and I'm just reading my answers from last sitting thinking actually this is a good attempt and I'm not sure that I can do any better than that, and I know that's not enough. My attempt last sitting got me a fail, so I know I need to up my game from last time, but I'm not sure that I'm capable of upping my game from last time.
Good morning. It is Friday morning. It doesn't feel like a Friday. Fridays are normally a happy day, and gosh, it's quite a lot of effort to sit an exam this morning. I'm gonna go get up, grab some breakfast. It's actually 8 o'clock already, so I've only got an hour before I need to be in the zone sitting this exam. Just gonna look through some examiner's report while I eat my breakfast.
Signs that they're ready again. Putting that up on the door makes me feel like I'm at school again. You know, they had those examination in progress signs. That's the vibes this is giving me, and I love it. 4 minutes, 4 minutes people, 4 minutes. Logging onto the exams platform could be helpful. Just remind myself of the key principles of CP1. Use the information in the question. Always mention tax, regulation, legislation and reinsurance. Breadth of answer. Think wide, outside the box. State the obvious, including the wording in the actual question, because there could be a mark for that. And stick to your timing. Boom. Honestly, pretty good principles for a lot of exams, I think those are. Take the tax, regulation, legislation, reinsurance one with a pinch of salt, but other than that, just good exam technique. I've received lots of lovely good luck messages this morning and yesterday actually, so thank you to everyone who has messaged me good luck. I appreciate it. Okay, I've got 1 minute, so bye, speak to you after. This goes blue and then I click and we get going. I'm lost for words. I'm genuinely lost for words. Oh, goodness. I think I might have failed. Not to be dramatic, I think I might have just failed. That was a really tough paper. Half of it was on renewable energy generation and discussing the risks involved with it. It's so hard to judge what the examiners were looking for in the answers. Like, you had to list the risks surrounding each renewable energy project. It was very different to what I was expecting, which is normally kind of business risks and risks to insurers and pension schemes, and it was kind of similar to last sitting's paper actually, which had a lot on climate risks. And I stupidly thought, oh, they're not going to ask that 2 sittings in a row, right? Apologies if I scare anyone right now. I'm doing a purifying mud mask. I'm about to do some laundry because I haven't quite been able to face up to the idea of getting back to studying yet today. It's been quite an intense few days, so I'm just taking a few hours off. But my laundry basket is overflowing, like this thing isn't shutting right now. Is this the return of the laundry segment? It feels a lot like it, but not officially. I had a power cut the other day, guys, so all of the times in my kitchen, on my clock upstairs, on my microwave, all of the times on my appliances are wrong, so please ignore this. I'm not lying to you about the time. I just haven't been bothered to reset everything since the power cut. Anyway, I'm actually feeling a little bit, teeny bit better about the exam because people have said similar things to me online. I think the general consensus is that it didn't test like much of the core reading. It was a lot more application focused, which I suppose makes sense because they're open book exams now and they don't want to test straightforward stuff that you can literally just copy from your notes. So I kind of get why they've moved in that direction, but like, I'm not entirely sure that much of my revision over the last few days or weeks really helped with the paper I just sat. I'm not here to complain about the papers, I'm just here to vent about my inability to answer questions. I think I'm gonna have to do about 3 loads to get through this whole laundry basket. It is a nice feeling though to only have 1 more exam left to worry about. I've got 1 more paper and that's all I need to focus on for the next few days, and I've got the weekend and I've got Monday, Tuesday off from client work to study. And I think a lot can be done in those 4 days in terms of getting myself exam ready. So I'm not losing hope. I would like at least one pass this sitting. Please, please let me have one pass this sitting. And if I don't think it's going to be CP1, then I can at least throw myself at SP7 and see what I can do. I'm gonna sign off now anyway, because I realise that I'm looking a little bit like an idiot with my face mask on. Hopefully when I next speak to you, I'm gonna have glowing skin.